Well, hello there, guys. Good Friday morning. I've been out here for a while, and I figured, well, you know what? I hadn't turned the camera on yet, but I do have something real quick to go over. I've got mixed emotions on this company here. It's one of those companies that has a lot of little things that you can use, especially if you're going to get involved in modeling. However, sometimes they're not the smartest, the smartest in the world. Let's put it that way. I was just talking to a woman there and told her that I had purchased this product over here, this mini Sandblaster gun set eraser, and I had told her I had a little bit of a question, an issue, and I'd like to speak to somebody. She said, well, our tech support is between 1 and 4 Eastern Standard Time. And she gives me the number. I says, okay, are you familiar with that product? She goes, no, I'm not. Oh, okay. So it can be understandable that, you know, they're just in sales. They take numbers and that's all they know. They don't try to further their education within their job. No, it's just do what I'm told to do, and why do I have to learn anymore? The more I know, the more they're going to expect of me. You know, in other words, no initiative. So, the problem I'm having with it is that it's a small sandblaster, you know, so-called eraser, and I understand that, you know. So you're not going to do a lot of heavy-duty blasting. You got to understand it's going to take time. You know, you're just not going to go and get it done. The problem I'm having, though, is the product that I had purchased to go with it, which are 2 other types of media, the sandblasting stuff. One is crushed glass, which is finely crushed. It's like powder. And then there's another one that looks like powder or sand. And then there's the small container that came with it. Well, the 5-pound one that I had purchased looks just like the one that came with it, but it's a little bit different color. The glass, 5 pounds of glass, again, that doesn't look anything like it, but it's just as fine. Well, if for some reason it doesn't want to take anything but what came with it, and it's really not doing all that much, let's put it that way. I feel it should be doing a little bit more than what it's doing. So that's where I'm at, kind of. Now, I did do a quick, let me see if I can find it here, a quick search on YouTube. Let's go to Blaster here for a minute. And I came up with this video here. Oh, goody. Yeah, that wasn't the video I came up with. Why did I even put that link in there? I have no idea. Huh. Oh, it's on his channel someplace. Okay. I put the main page in here. I'm sorry, guys. I just love sucking up your time. I'm sorry. He did 2 videos on it. One of them was his first one, and he had said look for his second one at the time, which was going to be coming out. But again, I have no idea how old that one was. And there was no link with that one to another video. No, I see nothing here, and I'm at the end of his videos. But meanwhile, he was doing some blasting with it, and he was doing some adjustments with it, and he was having kind of the same issue I was having, or am having still, to where it just doesn't seem right. Now, he didn't buy his from where I purchased mine, which was MicroMark. Oh, here it is. Maybe this is it. Come on. No. Skip ad. Alright. Okay, now this is basically the same thing I have, but mine came in a plastic case, which this was in a cardboard box. That's another thing. You can buy this one that he has at a bunch of other places, which is the exact same thing that I have, all right, for anywhere from $29 up. Now, mine cost me $69, so shame on me for overspending. Normally I look around before I do anything. Well, in this case I didn't. But here you can buy it at TCP Global for 40 bucks. Newegg has it for 43 bucks. I thought I seen it on eBay for as low as 23 bucks. Not totally positive at that point. I don't remember now. But and then there's other places for 72 bucks. Now I paid 69, so okay, again, shame on me. Here's a place for 129, but you do get a little air compressor to go with it. But meanwhile, this is what he's doing. This is what he's dealing with. This is what he's playing with. He's going to do some sand blasting on this. That's the media that it comes with. And he starts doing some stuff here, and then he puts down there that he's not totally satisfied with it. As you can see, it's not really doing much for him. And it's not made to do a lot. You can't expect a lot from it. You really can't, because it's made to working on like plastic models and, you know, highlighting maybe if you want to make it look kind of old or distressed. You know, you can kind of sandblast the model to make it look a little bit worn. But you can't expect a lot from it. However, I do expect a little bit more from it than what I'm getting. And then that's what he just said, that, you know, wasn't happy with it, so he took matters into his own hands. Check it out, look for his next video, yada yada yada. And that's kind of like where it's at. So I have it out, and I'm going to play with it a little bit. I'm going to see, because he's got some pictures here. He's got one up here of a couple of different nozzles. So, does it have the ability to change nozzle at this point? And if so, where do you find them? Because I was on MicroMark, and they show the replacement, but they don't seem to have any modified ones for heavier media. So I really don't know. So I'm going to look into this a little bit more to find out. Now he does have this little jar here, all right, fuel cup. I don't know if he's actually using that as a little air tank or not, which I don't think that at all. Then he's got this over here where it looks like he may be forcing the media into it, who knows, or an external fuel cup, so it could be just that as well. But we're all talking about sandblasting here, so I really don't know. And that, well, no, that's not it. So these two bottom ones, forget I even said anything there. So meanwhile, that's kind of where I'm at. This guy is TinC33, TINC33. He's big into some hobby stuff. If you guys are looking into that, that might be a way to go if you want to take a peek at him. I hadn't subbed him yet, however, I probably will, because he does have a few things going on his page as far as hobbies and such, things that I'm involved in as well. So you know, electronics. Alright, there's the Sandblaster, but I don't see another one on that. Well, here's another one. Let me see, this was a year ago, that was a year ago. This could be the second one that he was talking about, I don't know. But meanwhile, I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to play with it. Now, I'm talking about the Sandblaster, guys. So that's where I'm at. So, by the way, what is today? Well, today is Friday. It's August 10th, 2018. It is 11:25 a.m. on the East Coast, and I have to wait another couple hours before I can call support, because apparently they have banker hours. And then I said, okay, so that's on the East Coast. That's Eastern Standard Time. Okay, East Coast? That's Eastern Standard Time. Okay. All right. So, again, I was talking to a village idiot. So meanwhile, that's what it is. Today is Friday, August 10th, 2018 at 11:26 a.m. East Coast. And I am going to fire that up, get it started, find a place where I can do it without making a total mess, because the sand is so fine you really don't even see it anywhere. But you know it's going someplace. So I want to make sure that I don't get it floating around in the air like powder. And the next thing you know, it's getting into all my radio equipment and everything else. Or computers, but like I say, it's so fine that you really don't even see it. But it's a good idea to have some type of a collection spot for it to go. This is something I have to finish today. This is that module for the talking alarm that I'm putting together. This is for the camera, the backup. Well, it's going to be a camera that goes inside the van to record when the alarm goes off. And this is going to be my work area. And as I was moving things around, I found some 40s. Don't ask me why. You know, the next people, or the next person, or whoever it is that ever gets this house, is going to wonder who the hell lived here. Yeah. Because I'm sure there's tons of ammunition on the floor and everything else around here. So, okay, so this is the little Sandblaster. Now, however, it didn't even come with a real set of instructions. And the one he has actually did. This has dental information. Okay, well, I don't plan on doing any dental work. Fill the cup 3/4 full with clear, dry sand. And lightly cover securely to prevent leaks. Not abrasive in the threads. Okay. But it doesn't say anything about another nozzle or anything. But basically, that's what it came with. That's it. Now, again, it shouldn't take much to figure it out, what it does and what it doesn't do. But they should give you something about telling you what media or what not media. Is there extra parts? Is there things you can buy? Is there not? You know, I mean, come on, guys. Give me a break here. I found this little air water separator. Did that just snap in like I wanted it to? It did. All right. Let me get the kink out of his hose. The separator is a little heavy for what I'm doing right now. It's probably going to pull on me. But once I set up a spot over on the other bench where I will probably end up be doing all this, I'll just strap that into something so I don't have to worry about it. Now, let me find something small here just to work within. I know I got little boxes around here someplace. Hold on, guys. Alright, this is not what I was actually looking for, but it should be okay. What I will do, however, just to make sure that it doesn't fall down when I'm trying to do something, I'll put a little piece of tape there. Got another one on this side. And that should be okay. Alright, now let's find something that I can blast. Well, Yeah, right. You may or may not have seen this work, but when I say blast, I really don't. That's a, well, that, boy, is that an overstatement. Hold on, guys. Now I'm looking for something to blast. Blast. You know what? Let's just use the case. How's that? Okay, so it tells me here to unscrew the cap. Keep it clean from grub. It really doesn't sound like it's going to do a whole lot here. Should I even take a chance on taking this apart? Alright. It does have a little suction on it, which means it's trying to pull the media through. So let's just throw a little media in here. Now this says 3/4 of a cup. Do I want to do that? Well, let's just do what it says. How's that? Now it's a siphon type, but yet it goes under pressure. So what I mean by that is it falls down, but there's pressure also pushing it down. Like my large one, it feeds from the bottom. So it fills the tank with pressure and pushes it down. And the sand gravity wants to take it down anyway. Clean the edges. Well, you may not be seeing what I'm doing here, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, so now that's tight. And now this thing should be ready to do something. Now I don't know if you're seeing that or not. And I don't know if that's just actually doing its job or if it's just dust. Like I say, you really can't like really move along with it. I would expect it to do a little bit more, a little quicker. But again, it's made to be light duty. It's not a heavy duty piece of equipment. Okay, so that's what it does. So you really can't even feel it. Over here I can. Hear it? A little bit over here, but not by much. So that's basically what it does. Like I say, you can't expect miracles from it. And there's that little bit of grit in there. I don't know if you're seeing that or not, but there is a little bit in there. So you do want to have it in some type of an enclosure. It doesn't seem to fly around like a high-powered sandblaster, but it does seem to do something there. Now, I would expect it to give me a little bit more air, seeing that I'm pushing air into this thing. And if it did give me a little bit more air, it would probably allow me to move a little faster. And you can adjust that for more air or less. Well, not so much for more air, but more trigger. If I push this or screw this down or up, it gives me less on the trigger, so that I can't give it that much. So it'll allow me to make that adjustment there. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do. But this is using the media that came with it now, not just stuff that I purchased. The stuff I purchased won't work in here. So I got to try to figure it out. Now, can it be because the nozzle itself may be a little too small and you need a little bit bigger nozzle for the other stuff? That's a strong possibility. But so they don't tell you any of this stuff. That's why I got to talk to tech support. Let's see what it'll do with that label, if anything. Nothing. Okay. We'll at least take the ink off. Yes and no. So basically, guys, that's it. So that's what we have. Let me get a rag here, wipe this off. Now I can see this working on a few different things. Like I say, if I had a model, a plastic model or something like that, and I wanted it to look stressed, that would be perfect for it. If I wanted to shadow it, that would be perfect for it. I think if I was doing, well, you know what I do? I have a mirror around here someplace. I got a couple of them actually. It may be alright for a mirror. It's not going to blast through my vinyl, so I can use the vinyl cutter to cut out a design, and then use this if I want to burn it into it, so I can see it having some uses. I would just rather have a little bit more control on the force of what's coming out. You know, and I think another nozzle would probably do that. So that's kind of where I'm at, guys. Let me hang on to this for now. Let me test this again. So I'll put that over there. Let me disconnect this thing here. I'll keep this separate. Well, I'll keep this with this because it's not going to be hooked up to that hose all the time, because it'll just fill it up for things that I don't need it on. I took all the padding out of here and all the stuff for where it goes into. I don't really need all that. You know, I don't care where it fits as long as it's in here, as you can see. This is just a little holder to hold the thing. So that's about that. Let me make sure I